Hello, good evening, welcome back, and if you just joined, welcome to Sunday Night Trucking. Oh, the logo's in the right place, that's good. How are we all doing? Had a drink, got your snacks? I'm sucking on a Strepsil, by the way, because my throat's playing up again. Bit of a cold going on. That's not the Range T. You're very observant, puppies. 17:03 is late? No, it's not. He had a 3 minutes of intro. Yeah, Connor. I'm not even... I don't know. Lotus just is overpriced. It's actually annoying how overpriced it is. Scottish King, welcome back for 22. Merlin, thank you for 11. Schnurik, thank you for 23. Nicholas, welcome back. Can we have a pink Renault? Lol. This is last week's truck. We're going to drive over to the Renault garage in a minute. And then Renault's going to pay us to take this truck and give us a Renault. He'll accept it as long as it's brown. What was the last truck we did I painted brown? I can't remember. Was that a Renault? How's Planet Zoo? Turned it around at the end, Chris. Oh, it was a Daft that... Yeah, it was Daft that did brown. That was it. Battery, thank you the bits. A squirrel is never late, nor is he early. He drives precisely when he intends to. I agree. Yeah, I think it was Yoshi. The default Renault colour is pink. I don't know. We may end up destroying it. The thing is, we drove the Range T mod not that long ago. I seem to remember. But obviously this is the official Range T. Make it blue. We could go blue. We've not done the blue truck for a bit. Oh, excuse me. Food's settling down. Mr. Lee, welcome back. A navy blue Renault. Have you ever seen a navy blue Renault on the road? I really don't want to trade this in, but we'll have to. The trucks we use where I work are navy blue. Are they Renault?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
You've never seen a Renault on the road? PC Kelly. Blimey. Connor, I can almost guarantee the trade-in price will be positive. The Rob White, thank you for 23 months, almost 2 years, and a new Renault to celebrate. It's been a long time coming, this SCS Range T. It's been a very long time coming. I think they had this thing in the game like well over 2 years ago and couldn't release it. Unreal. Right, let's have a look. Sleeper, high sleeper. think I'll go with a sleeper. My sleeper looks a little bit awkward. AMPR, you're testing a Range T in blue, UK, South Italy and back. Nice. Chassis options. There are other variants. How do we get the other variants then? I can only see sleeper and high.
I think I broke something.
Thomas Hudson, will you give the Range T usual Renault send-off at the end by dropping it from a high Touareg Glade? We'll have to see where we end up, Thomas, and then take it from there, right? Does anyone like the new Twitch update? I think the general consensus about the new Twitch update is that pretty much nobody likes the new font, but people are starting to live with the new layout. This is the SCS Range T, the official one. Extra tank. Right, we'll take 6x4, I think. You haven't seen a difference on PS4. Maybe they've not rolled it out though. 380, 430, 440, 460, 480, 520. All Euro 6. I think 430 should be plenty. Depends what we end up hauling, I guess. Gearbox, get the retarder. It's got different ratios on that one. The Geo Rob, they released it. What do you want me to do? Not drive it? You've lived with the new update for a few months now. Good news is you get used to it, used to the font. Well, I have a question for you, Imp. What was wrong with the previous font? Because universally, pretty much everybody seems to think the previous font was easier to read. And in the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, was there actually something fundamentally wrong, or was it just change for change's sake? You've changed the font with BTTV, fair enough. Danny G, this is in the game now. It's not a mod. Interior's not bad. I don't know where you got your acorn from. Maybe somebody gave it to you. Sat nav change. Exclusive. Oh boy. I'm not sure about this brown carbon fiber effect. Exclusive black looks better. Alright, we'll take that. We'll take that exclusive black look. Just gotta have the red seatbelts, haven't they? Like there's some kind of racing truck. As a disabled person, you find it hard to read. This is better for me. So the new font for you is better, NPR. Is that what it is? That's interesting. Grey Misfit, thank you very much for the biddies. So maybe that's got something to do with the NPR. Maybe they changed the font because they did some kind of readability studies with visually impaired, and they came back with that. The font in dark mode is easier to read, seems to be more contrasty. Ah. Bright white, stormy blue. That's an awful blue. T sleeper. Heavy duty flow, heavy duty surge. Heavy duty surge, that's an interesting name. I don't know if we're going to end up doing heavy duty or not, but I quite like that. If you look at our campaigns of the past, they're very inconsistent with their presentation. From now on, hopefully looks more Twitch. Fair enough. Is the Range T top spec? No. It's actually very under spec. It's a 12-speed with a retarder, 6x4 chassis, and a 430 engine. Not sure I like that colour. It's actually a bit flat, isn't it? Let's have a play with this. Click the wrong button. Do you think the dark mode is very dark? The background's totally black. The old site it was an off black. Yeah, I've always appreciated dark mode. It's like if you're sat, like I do a lot, you sat with your tablet in bed at night and you fire up Twitch, you want it to just go straight into dark mode because it's just so much easier on your eyes. And if you, the really annoying thing with YouTube is the YouTube app, even though you've got it set to dark mode, when you fire it up, it comes up with a bright white screen with the YouTube red logo in the middle, which makes your eyes go, ah, and then it goes dark. Like, could you not have just swapped in a different image for dark mode? Just saying. V8 Scania, welcome back. Super Koira, thank you for 45. So you can see the benefit. Is that what it is? It's like a running joke. Look how bright this is. Now look how good dark mode is. Right, let's go with that. Say no, let's not.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Let's make it a bit more blue. There you go. It's a fairly darkish blue. You always turn the brightness to the lower so you don't get blinded by opening the YouTube app. You know what I do? I click on the YouTube app and immediately put the laptop on the duvet, and then a few seconds later bring it back up because I know it's fired up then. V8 Scania. The red seatbelt is so police can check the driver and passengers are wearing the seatbelt easier. Explain to me why it's not red here then. So the police can't see it. Can they? Look, there's no seatbelts. Gotcha. Incognito seatbelts. They should make transparent seatbelts. That'd be brilliant.
Anniversary, Nutter.
Transparent seatbelts. They're the future. From, thank you for 38. Suppose we better get some bacon on here. Let's see. I was kind of hoping we'd have something that went down the front though. In that case, we'll do this. Full paint. Blue. Not sure about all chrome. Let's do blue, but with paint for the giggles. Let's go with that. Sometimes Sunday night trucking is a painful reminder that I forgot to bring bacon from the supermarket in the morning. Used to love bacon for Sunday morning breakfast, but as I now try to go vegetarian, I go for peanut butter sandwich on Sundays. Why don't you get that faux bacon? It's not a shed imp, it's a converted garage, but yeah, it has been raining a lot this week. You might try to go veggie for something to do. No chance, Dave. No way can you go veggie. All I gotta do is send you a kebab. You're done. If you go veggie, no, I'm not gonna say that, Dave, because you'll hold me to it as well. £1 for charity for every day I go veggie. If you want to pay that, yeah. Exactly, Langeveld. We just need to bring Dave to Cosford. That's what we need to do. And then when we take into some of the fine meat establishments we'll be going to, he'll change his mind. Can't see if that looks rubbish or not. It looks like it's... It looks like it's like placed on the upper side of the bracket, which would make sense, so that's not going to work. That's annoying. Okay. I've got nowhere for air horns. I was going to say, if you go veggie, he'll have a shave. No, the day, I was going to say the day he goes veggie is the day I'll drive round to his house with a Tommy Tucker's kebab. But he would just go veggie just so that I'd bring it. Overthought Gaming, thank you for 19 months. Pactac, thank you for 16. I'm not so enamored with the choice of sun visor here. It's all a bit meh. Alright, don't want to do flags. Painted. Can't paint that. Can't do anything with that. What even is this? What kind of an option is this? It's an option of one thing with no option to remove it. So it's not even an option. It's like, it's here, you can't remove it, and there's nothing to change it to. What? Why bother? When I got to the new house, we'll order some kebabs just to make sure the local establishments. Because obviously you will be invited around and I would need to know which one is good. Lol. Future dots. Bring them out in the future then when you need them. That's like putting dots all around here and saying, well, we might use them in the future. They're future dots. Just don't have them. The prep for the DLC. Yay. Like that one. Oh boy. Guess so. Plastic. Let's see. Paint. Plastic. Paint and plastic. There's not a lot to work with down here. What the heck? Jeez, that looks so awkward up there. That's a crazy option. I mean, that's your typical French mustache right there. You know the curly one. That's what that one is. Goliath. I will take Goliath. I was thinking about none of them, but I just find the whole fascia a bit boring. Like, if I could change this stuff a bit, I would have gone without the bull bar, but just not feeling it, you know. Halogen or xenon? I'll take xenon. Some of the bull bars you feel are in the wrong place. They absolutely can't be in the wrong place, Lone Wolf. There's no way on earth Renault would have signed this off unless it was right. It absolutely has to be. French styling can be a bit odd. Just look at Citroens. So I'm guessing it's just they thought that was a great idea and looks really cool. Have you seen Knight Rider? That's a bit left field, TG. I'm gonna not have that. Can't paint this. Future option paint. Oh, you can paint that, but you can paint that from the dot back here, which doesn't paint this. That's interesting. Okay. Hey, how about you read chat rules before you go posting your advert somewhere else? How about that? How about you respect to the content creators? Trust me when I tell you, if you want to grow your channel, the way to do it is not to go into other people's channels and post your own. Just don't do it. It's not the way to do it, bro. The grill looks disgusting. I'm not a fan of it. I assume the DLC is going to allow you to paint it and stuff, but it's just the whole design of it. It's really weird. You've got these horizontal lines, and then you've got these like odd wave pattern just running right through it, as if they kind of looked at the horizontal spaces and said, well, that's a bit boring. Well, what if we do this? And it's just odd. It's just really odd. Oh yeah, you can see there's an upcoming DLC here. You can see from these dots, these meaningless dots like this. You can see there's going to be more options. Yeah, I agree. If you could paint it, it would. It would. Right, plastic cover. Let's see. Painted cover. What's that doing? That's actually changing this, I think. What does that do then? Okay. Paint some plastic. See, that's not bad. I don't mind that. That would work better if I had a lighter paint on here, maybe. Something that kind of worked. If it was like a silver or something, that would work nicely. I think we'll go black because we've got black here we can't get rid of. You'd like a Volvo tuning pack rather than a Renault one. I would have to agree with you there, Doverkin. The big cab is a grey area, though. Yeah, I don't like the big cab.
Welcome back.
I just wish we could paint this stuff. Ranger, Katana. That's very low to the ground, isn't it? The ground clearance though is so small. Leo, welcome back. What does that do? Paint. Okay, we'll keep them. There's an option there. So again, plastic but no paint option. What did your subscription remove? I don't know, dude. We'll take the LED. It's a pity they've got these extra options here because it kind of makes you feel like you're missing out. It kind of makes me feel like why didn't they release both together? Why didn't they release the Range T and the DLC at the same time? Because at least then you go, oh, there's some missing options here. I might go and buy them. Why would you release that in the future unless it's not ready? But surely it's been ready for a long time. You can paint the side, one of the dots does this. I'm not talking about that. I mean like this dot here, for example. Or this dot here. There are no options for it. And there's stuff down here, like that has no option. Clearly there's going to be a paint option here, but it'll be a DLC. Because there doesn't exist a tuning DLC, Cole. Well, no, clearly there does, mate. Look. Given the amount of dots on this truck that don't do anything, there obviously does exist an additional DLC. But either it's not ready or they don't want to release it yet. But what I'm saying is, they've had so long with this truck, why didn't they get the DLC ready and release it at the same time? I'm pretty certain the sales would have been higher if they dropped the DLC at the same time as a free truck. The mod makers have asked for these dots. So you think then that these dots are not for the DLC, these dots are for mod authors. Is that what you're saying? Because don't mod authors just add their own dots anyway?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Alan Bowen, thank you for 26. Kebabs and 2 weeks of vacation ahead. Does life get any better? Tell Dave he's a vegetarian. Anonymous gift to Rhymy. Welcome, Rhymy. Thank you for the anonymous gift. Now, we can either paint this Or we can go silver. Or we can go dark. I think we'll go dark.
Welcome back, Nutter.
It's hard being veggie, Dave, I agree. You go to American restaurants, Dave, when you're veggie. It's interesting. If you're not on the East or West Coast, it's very interesting. How many vegetarians are there in Texas?
Happy anniversary.
Chicago Times, thank you for half a year. Nice to be back. Thank you. Welcome back.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Raven cover. Right. Just got the tyres to do, and then the interior. Most drinks, including alcoholic, are vegetarian. You don't put meat in in drinks, do you? Missing the roof spoiler. Didn't see one. I don't know what the dot is for the roof spoiler. What's that? That's the backboard. There's only a dot for this. Maybe it's only the high that has the roof spoiler. You never want to drink famous grouse again. What, low flyer? Does a worm in tequila count? Well, that's an interesting one, Beaker. Is a tequila vegetarian friendly? Is it a worm or is it a maggot they put in? Or what is it? I don't think it's a worm. I don't know what it is. Is it a slug? Door handle's not done. Good point. Let's take painted or chrome. Let's go chrome. It's a lava. And what exactly? I've never quite understood this. What does the lava do to the tequila? What does it do? Dave should know this. It drinks it, lol. A lot of beers aren't vegan as swordfish stomach lining is used to clarify the beer after brewing. Well, hang on though, I don't quite understand that. So it's not just the drink, it's not just the product itself, it's the preparation as well. Like everything on the way has to be animal free for it to class as vegetarian. So if you use a swordfish stomach lining to filter the beer, it can't be classed as vegetarian friendly. It's something to do with the agave plant they make tequila from. I guess we better do Michelin, hadn't we? Michelin multi-way 3D. The worm in tequila was a marketing ploy by a certain manufacturer, nothing more. Most beers are made clear using a chemical from fish bladders, hence they're not vegetarian because part of the ingredients. Wait, so now we're saying most beers are not veggie friendly? Oh, the plot thickens. Dave, you know how you said you're going veggie, mate? You do realise you're going to have to give up almost all of your drinks. I presume that's an operational sat nav. As a parmesan, same as parmesan isn't vegetarian friendly either, use animal rennet during the manufacturing. What's a rennet? Honey is veggie but not vegan because it's an animal product. Wait, hang on. A bee's not an animal. A bee's an insect? Have you seen Truck Driver? Yep. I can fire it up if you want. We can play that instead. Insects or animals? Is an animal an insect, or is an insect an animal, or neither? Are they on different branches? Let's get a pizza in here. This is the official Renault air freshener. Right. Just to make sure that it definitely smells fresh. Insects are classed as Animalia. Ooh. Animalia? Aren't we also animals? Yes, but we're not insects. Wiki to the rescue. Sorry, I'm streaming. Polos. Let's get a snack bar. And a can of Diet Coke. Let's see. How do I know you're not a bee? Because you're operating a keyboard, and bees can't operate keyboards, therefore I can eliminate you as being a bee. You don't even have the weight to press a key down with your entire body, therefore you're not a bee. And don't give me any of this voice activation nonsense, because bees can't talk. Quite a few UK brewers are vegan though, Brewdog and Beavertown. I need to have a chat with Durka to see if he's a veggie friendly beer. Not to be insensitive, but I did not know that bees could affect how you viewed plants. I don't get that. I don't know what you mean. Pork pie is a vegetarian, right? Yeah, it is, Dave. There's no animal products in a pork pie. It's made entirely of plant extract. The pork plant, to be exact, Dave. Ruler on the road. I don't think that belongs in here. I think we're done here. 118 grand for my Merc. Wow. 118 grand trade-in? You actually serious? What if the bees have a touchscreen? I don't know if bees do have a touchscreen. Do they have haptic insect fingers as well? Right, let's let me just configure the inside here. Let's see. Height-wise, I think we're okay. Possibly drop it. There we go, it's better. Feels slightly more natural.
got a bad feeling about this.
I'm definitely considering it, Imp. I need to know exactly when the dates are, though. I've not seen the exact dates for TwitchCon. Because if it's in May, like, things happen in May for me. Birthdays and stuff. So I don't know what the dates are yet. 2nd to the 3rd. Oh boy. That sounds like a clash. Hmm. 2nd to the 3rd. Maybe not, actually. I need to look. It's the weekend before Truckfest. Is that a bank holiday weekend? Wait, 2nd to the 3rd of May? Yeah, that's the first Monday in May, so that's got to be a bank holiday Monday. So the 4th is a bank holiday, which means Truckfest would normally be on that weekend, but because it's 2020, they've pushed the date. No, May Day can't be the 8th. Can't be. Imp. Can't be, surely. It's always the first and last Monday is a bank holiday.
Happy anniversary.
Why would it be the 8th? They moved it. Oh, is that the one they moved? Yeah, for VE Day. Interesting. Wait, but the 8th is a Friday. The 8th is a Friday, so what? It's no bank holiday Monday, it's a bank holiday Friday next year. Really? I know they were moving the date, but I didn't think they were moving the day as well. What the heck, man? Tasmanian Devil's Bro, thank you for 45 months, sir. Right, where are we anyway? I forgot where we are. Oh, we're in Palermo, in Sicily. We have a garage here. Might buy a trailer. Jazzy Cat trailers. Let's have a look. What's a bank holiday? It's a day when the banks are closed. Basically a public holiday. Definitely want steerable axles on this. Like a federal holiday in the States, pretty much. I thought we had a garage here. I've never known a bank holiday Friday. It's a bank holiday on a UK thing. It's a very old phrase. Like, it dates back hundreds of years. Basically, business was never done. Like, in English history, business was not really done when banks were closed because you couldn't go and get money out of the bank. So if the banks decided, the banks work Monday to Friday. So if the banks closed on any one day, it was a public holiday because nobody worked anyway. So it was called a bank holiday because the banks were on holiday and so was everybody else. Good Friday is also a bank holiday. So is Easter Monday. It's like saying, is a Westie a dog? Yes, it is. Yeah, a public holiday is a bank holiday.
Turn right.
Turn right. It's a very rough sounding engine. Sounds like it needs some oil.
Go around the roundabout, first exit.
Still feel a bit close to the wheel.
Take the exit. You have reached your destination.
I'm trying to work out if I like the digital speedo. I like that it's digital in large numbers. I'm not sure if I like the fact that it looks like a 70s LCD watch. But I do like having it. Right, trailer manager. Let's move that. Still using the Irish guy, Chris. He's like the best sat-nav voice I've found so far. It's pretty much the only one that doesn't irritate me. Oh. That's a long trailer. Right, let's hope we can find a job now. Yeah, that was a notification sound. Forklifts. Excavator. There's a lot of very short jobs here. Do you know what? Might pop over here. Let's take the road roller. Let's do an island run. Don't do them very often. First job on a French roll. Isn't a French roll a baguette? Whoa, this thing doesn't want to pull. This thing does not want to pull.
Turn right. Keep right. Go around the roundabout, third exit.
I think I'd turn that guy's voice down a little bit. Navigation volume, there we go.
Take the exit. Go straight on.
Go straight. Ah.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Kaisho, thank you for 31.
Turn right.
Definitely feels underpowered, it's weird. Yeah, hang on. Forgot the wheel cam, didn't I? There we go. How's that? It definitely seems to struggle. It's really weird. What's the hat logo for? What, this? This is my logo.
Go straight on.
It's a really nice pickup point you're heading to. I don't know where it is. Hang on a sec. Looks like some kind of quarry pickup, maybe.
Go straight on.
Oh, it's a windmill farm. Nice.
Go around the roundabout, second exit. Take the exit.
When will you be doing pro mods driving in the UK? I don't know. I don't really have a set kind of routine for when we go to the UK. Connor, I always remember Mandelsoft saying his least favourite country in the game is Italy because the road signage is an absolute nightmare. Oh, it's a beautiful looking DLC. I don't, you know, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying that his take on it was the road signage is just horrible. Italian road signs are just inconsistent, apparently. The Naples drawbridge, yeah. I think that was one of the first places I went to when we got that map.
Right turn ahead. Turn right. Left turn ahead. Turn left.
Oh, I remember this place. I've been here before. Yeah, I'm using pro mods. I did have pro mods and Rust map last week, but we had to turn Rust map off because it was an unofficial update for 135 and it just has many issues over in like Estonia and Latvia. Yeah, Heyman, it is. It's an absolute monster drive for this pickup. Yeah, if I remember, the jobs you can get from this pickup point are like the turbine blade and the turbine, like the nut, the middle motor, and things like that. And obviously a tractor. Yeah, we're picking up a road brawler here. Basically construction traffic for the... They're putting up a wind turbine here, if I remember. So there's like a hole and a wind and parts for a wind turbine, something like that. SIS, thank you for gifting a sub to Funny Pig. Welcome, Funny Pig. And also gifting a sub to Cask Yust 27, I think it is. Thank you very much, SIS.
You have reached your destination.
There we go. You're not a hidden noker anymore, level. I don't know, we'll find out, Ozzy. Welcome back, Coast Guard. Like that. It's okay reading voice, fine. SG Stephen, thank you for 2 months. Sorry not been around. Lost my mother this week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's no problem when you need to take a break. It's fine. It's a very kind of raw sounding engine. As in, it sounds like... I don't know, like a combustion-driven sewing machine. A bit, if you see what I mean. quite noisy. Yeah, exactly. Like it's low on oil. Like there's too much kind of metal rubbing against metal. It's weird. It's the sound of raw power. Right. Would you have a straight 6 sewing machine? Lol. I think I prefer a V6 sewing machine. Good evening, Pepsi Fever.
Right turn ahead. Turn right.
You like the blinker sound? I like the indicator sound.
Left turn ahead.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it sounds authentic. At least it's not slow. It sounds authentically cheap. Lol. For you, the indicator looks like the Scania one. Do you mean, what do you mean, Doverkin? Do you mean the external indicator light? Or do you mean the stick? Or do you mean the sound? You refuse to drive the Iveco trucks in the game. They're so slow on the indicators. Irritates me. The old MANs were way worse. With the old MANs, you could actually make and eat buttered toast in between each click. Sounds like an old mechanical clock on caffeine. You mean the actual interior light indicator? Oh, you mean on the dash? Gotcha. See, I'm not a Renault fan, right? But trying to be impartial for a minute, the Range T
Go around the roundabout.
looks way better than the Magnum or the Premium. How could it not? But I don't. It's just not. I don't know what I just don't enjoy driving it. Like the way it physically, the way it sounds, the way it pulls. I don't like any of those things. The dash is the dash. I've seen far better dash displays than this. Far better dash displays. Like the actual interior style in here ain't bad. The wheel and the console is not bad, but the actual driver's display, I don't think. Like I say, there's far better designs of that. And I know when I went to Truck Fest and I interviewed Andy in that video, do you remember? And Andy's like a Range T driver, and he loves his Range T. He absolutely loves it. But I ain't feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. I don't like the dash, I don't like the way it pulls, and I don't like the engine sound. The outside of it I can live with. I can live with it. There's nothing special. The radiator's a bit meh. But I can live with the rest of it. But the dash I can't live with. A cheap digital watch. It is a little bit, but I don't just mean the speedo. I mean even the rev counter. It's like stuck off to one side and the gauges are stuck off to the left side. It's not useful. It's not... I don't know. It's just... It lacks clarity. Even the font is small. Like the font on the rev counter is really small. The font on the fuel gauges are really small. I think we've just been raided. Hang on. I'm busy ranting here. 1 second. That was from Craig Me Up. Thank you very much, Craig Me Up. Welcome, guys. Craig, thank you, mate. Thank you very much for the raid and the host there. Appreciate that. Thank you. I was right in the middle of ranting about this truck. But I appreciate the support. Thanks. Thank you, Craig. And welcome, guys. You think the dash is a bit... Well, I mean, this is it. Like, talking to Andy, Renault definitely aim for cost efficiency. I think that's why they're kind of popular with the haulage managers, because the units themselves are quite cheap to buy. So they do, like the interior of the Range T, when I sat in it, it's really plasticky. But it's cheap. It's the cheap truck. That's what it goes for. But when it comes to design of dashboards, you know, you've got to get that right. Oh my god, the speed limit. The speed limit's killing me. Like, Andy loves his Scania, but I think the Range T is like 20 something thousand less. And if you're buying a multiple units, like, as a manager, that's a big decision. Mirror visibility on the Range T is also garbage. I don't... From right. Yeah, I kind of see what you mean, actually.
Turn right.
I was about to say I don't really get that, but I think I do now. There's something about the mirror size, I think.
Turn right.
Save money buying in bulk. Yep. We're in Sicily. I'll show you where we're going. Basically, in Sicily, we've driven to Palermo, and we're about to take the ferry over to Cagliari. Doing an island hop.
Left turn ahead. Turn left. Turn right.
Right on red only applies to the United States. Well, North America, United States. And not all states, as far as I understand. Yeah, that's what I was saying, NPR. That's literally what you just rephrasing what I just said. They're cheaper to buy. But as a driver's truck, I'm not so sure they tick the box, you know? Oof. That was a monster. I think they should get a ramp. Let's go there. It's cheaper, but it's built to last half as long. Don't they get them on contracts, though? I mean, this is the thing. It's probably like a lot of PCP agreements. Like, the hauliers basically do a deal with Renault, and they'll have a truck for 3 years or 4-year lease, and then they'll just trade it in for another one. So as long as it lasts, as long as the contract period, they don't care. Hungary used to have turn right on red until the 70s. Really? Why did they get rid of it?
Left turn ahead. Turn left.
I just spent the last 10 minutes summarising what I think about the new Renault, Keith. The Renault warranty lasts until the sales garage is out of sight. I think it's better than that. Yeah, that's a perfect summary, Bandit.
Keep right.
IRL, your friend was given an Iveco to test out for a week. One of them broke down on the way to dealers, and the second one broke down in his yard waiting for a test drive. Whew. That's not good. Thank you, iAspects.
Go straight on.
The truck makes you feel like in the 80s. Good evening, Alistarian. Windows Defender summary. Windows Defender antivirus has not found a problem. Well, thanks for popping up and telling me.
Go around the roundabout. First exit.
Caravan hype.
Take the exit.
You don't know if it's okay. I work on the basis that everything's okay, unless it tells me it's not. That works well for me. 200 bits if you trash the caravan. LOL.
Keep right. Then turn right. Turn right.
500 bits if you roll it. Flippin' heck. Don't bet with Paul. You know what happened with the guy said he'd sub. Do you remember that? What did he say now? I can't remember what the bet was. He said something, and if you do, I'll sub. But I can't remember what it was. And then I called him out on it, and then he said something like, I was only joking, but he'd done it like 3 times or something. So I just banned him. For being a complete troll. Because he'd pulled it like 3 times and like, yep, you're done here. Yeah, I think he said he'd love to sub. He tried to sub, but he had insufficient funds, or yeah, it's utter rubbish. No, the sock eating one was brilliant. I'm trying to remember which map author that was. And he actually sent a photo with a sock in his mouth. That was genius. Sven, is it Sven? Yeah, that was it. That was funny though. Hit Masculine, thank you for 7 months, sir. Oh, that was it, yeah. He said if you read this message, I'll sub. That was it. And then I read it. Fine, Chris Law. Archmage. It depends, mate. I play simulation games. I also play other stuff, shall we say. Like, for example, well, I don't know. I mean, Skylines. City Skylines. Planet Zoo. Ghost Recon? Ghost Recon's definitely not a simulation game, I don't think. It's a shooter. Survival and Sandbox too. Yeah, that's a fair. Mostly sim, but I do a side order of Survival and Sandbox. And FPS occasionally. Heroic Spartan, welcome back. Thank you for a year's support, Heroic. Ghost Recon is a killing people sim. Lol. Yeah, well, racing games are simulation games. Cover yourself in mud, sim. Truck Sim fan, welcome back. Would I say Planet Zoo is worth getting? That's a very interesting question. I'm really not sure. I think if it was my money, I would probably wait and see if they change things before release. Because some of the things in it, like some of the micromanagement has to change. If it doesn't, it's going to get very irritating. Doverkin, I want to get back into iRacing, but I really want to build a rig. A racing rig. I'm trying to work out if I can build in this room a rig that I can both race in and flight sim in. I'm pondering it all in my mind. Trying to find the solution. Lyric Lover, welcome to the Nut House. Lyric, thank you for your support.